and welcome again. This is Gertrude Mache here in Wellington, New Zealand. And today is the 1st of January 2015. And it feels very, very surreal because I'm interviewing somebody who's still stuck in the past in 2014, an amazing author by the name of Brooke Dozier, who is based in Texas, in Houston. Brooke, how are you?
I am great. It is very surreal knowing that you're in the future and I am in the past.
Well, Happy New Year from New
Thank you.
Zealand. I'm
Thank
really
you. Happy New Year.
excited to be talking to you today about your upcoming book.
Yes.
Brooke, tell me the title of the book, what inspired you with that title, and why you've written this amazing book.
All right. The title is I'm the Same Person. And the reason I wrote the book is so many people in my life have told me through seeing my blog. I started the Be Incomparable blog, as well as I've journaled all my life, and they're just like, you need to do more. You write so well. And then, of course, talking to you in November, I knew that I could do it. And so I compiled all of the journals and blogs that I've had since I was a kid, and was able to put together a book very quickly. And the title literally came about 3/4 through the book when I was going through the story of coming out and starting to call my close friends about who I am, and the person that I am. And it just hit me that regardless of who you met a long time ago to who I am today, I'm the same person. And those who have rejected me and just can't support the identity that I am, the person that I am today, I haven't changed. I'm the same person. So that's where it all came from. It was awesome. I love it.
Now, your story is very unique because you haven't given us the full title. What is the subtitle of the book? I think that's the pivotal story to the pivotal point about this whole book.
You're right. It's called I'm the Same Person, Loving God and Being Gay, which is very controversial.
Extremely controversial. So what has been your journey, Brooke, in getting to this space and time where you have come to love and accept who you are, and the reactions you're getting from family, from friends, from colleagues? Where are you right now with all this?
Well, right. Let me go through kind of go through the past. I've always struggled with my identity. I remember many struggles and battles with my mom on what to wear. Even going back to her journals when I was 3, that I was grabbing the Tonka toys instead of the Barbie dolls. And she was frustrated with me because we would have these battles about what to wear. And in the book, I add a lot of pictures of that time where I'm just, it's not that I didn't want to be gay, but it was just so controversial. Once I knew and entered into a relationship with God, it just didn't match. But it was things that people were telling me and things that were people that were putting into my head that I can't be both, that those two things can't go together. And I went into the ministry. I have a master's degree in theology and went to a seminary knowing that I was called into the ministry to help kids and parents understand each other. But in the back of my mind, Gertrude, I was hoping that God would take away the gay. And it just, I immersed myself into the ministry hoping that this thing would go away, this struggle would go away, and I would date guys, but it just didn't feel right, and it just didn't fit. I was in the ministry, very active, 10 years, and was at a particular church, and they suspected that I was gay because I wasn't dating, and they asked me to leave.
So just based on that, without even talking to you, you were asked to leave the church.
I was asked to leave. There was a secret petition going around within all the churches in the county that I was in. It was a small town in West Texas, and this petition was going around, and some kind people who did care about me told me about it, that they were going to ask me to leave, ask for my resignation from the church, and then they were going to somehow attempt to ask the seminary to revoke my degree, which isn't possible.
Wow.
And at Gertrude, I left in the middle of the night. I packed my stuff and came home and left in the middle of the night. Nobody even knew what was going on. The next morning, I was gone.
So do you think that your physical location, the fact that you're in the South, being in Texas, had something to do with it, or do you think this is something that a lot of other Americans are experiencing around the country?
Honestly, I think it's both. I think that it doesn't help that I am located in the Bible Belt, that I am, and I grew up and associated myself with a denomination that was really strict against all kinds of lifestyle restrictions. But in America, there's just so much going on that this is still a controversy, that people are just not open to, that we are who we are, and this is our identity, and it's not. For me, I didn't choose this. I was born like this, and I just, if people want me to live my life unhappy with a husband, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just unnatural. It's unnatural.
So you had to hold true to yourself. I mean, it's like me showing up as an African woman. This isn't something that I chose. I just was born this way. And
exactly.
so what you are trying to do with this book and with the message in the book is really to reach out to people to understand that one's sexual orientation is not a choice, correct?
Correct. I do know that some people have things happen in their childhood, and they do end up choosing a different lifestyle just for security purposes. But in my case, that wasn't it. And I really want people to, for the individual to be comfortable with telling their story and be comfortable. If you're gay, say it. It is freedom. It is the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to my life, besides coming into a relationship with God. And those two things can go together. So I want people to know that if you're gay, God loves you. God loves you just the same as the non-gay. It's no different to him. And then two, if you are a friend of someone who you either think is gay or you know that it is, don't reject them. Don't turn your back on them, because they need you. They need your support. And why not continue? We don't have a disease where it's not contagious, if you will. We're the same people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the timing of your book is really quite crucial. So let's just backtrack a little bit, because you grew up with brothers.
I did. I have two older brothers.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure as a little girl, a lot of your behavior would have been attributed to you just being a tomboy, playing with your brothers, and people were hoping that everything would be okay and you would switch back. So what was the reaction from your family, now that you're in this space where you can have this open conversation and dialogue? How has everybody in your family taken it?
Well, I didn't tell my I didn't verbalize to my family until I was 32 that I'm okay with saying I'm gay. But my mom had asked me a lot when I was in high school, when I was in college, and things. I just struggled because I hadn't had a serious relationship with a man. And so she just kept asking me, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm not gay. I'm just focused on my ministry." And when I was 32, it was a Thanksgiving day, which was a crazy Thanksgiving. It was my two older brothers, their wives, and my mom. And I pulled my brothers out first and told them, "Hey, listen, I'm ready to tell you guys that I'm gay." And they're like, "We've always known." And they gave me a big hug. And my sister-in-law gave me a hug and said that they love me and they've always known, and they love who I am. So then I talked to my mom, because I've had a real struggle with her, all my life, just as to what she wants me to be versus what I want to be. Um, and she didn't talk to me for about 3 months after that. And it's been a struggle. She still has a hard time with it. My father passed when I was 18. He died of lymphoma, so I never got to tell him anything, which he would have been fine with it. I know he would have.
Yeah, yeah. But I think a lot of parents do know. They might be in denial, but you can tell when your child is growing up which way things are going to go. And I think the hardest part is accepting it and just loving your children for just being who they are. So I really commend you for the work that you're doing, because you're already trying to reach out to parents, to young
Yes,
people especially, who are struggling with this.
I
And
am.
so how can people get in contact with you? Where can people get your book?
Right now, my website is on the screen. It's beincomparable.net. When you click on there, the book cover comes straight up, and then everything will be loaded there in terms of how to get the book. It will be coming out in February, and everything is ready. I'll do a subscriber page and things of that nature. I have a Facebook fan page called I'm the Same Person, on Facebook.com, and you'll get to see kind of my journey through the book being published. And I put the revolution that spawned from a book, is the Facebook fan page, so it'll be exciting.
And I really like the fact that the book is coming out in February and you've timed it for the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day. Why is that?
Oh, it's about self-love, Gertrude. It's about loving yourself, and realizing that you have to deal with being okay with who you are before you can ever be loved. And it's easier said than done, but you have to get to that place where you deal with your own demons, if you will, or you deal with your own internal struggles before you can give love as well as accept love. And so February 14th is perfect.
So this is going to be an amazing Valentine's present for anybody out there. Not only will Brooke's story empower you individually, but it will also empower somebody else you might know who's going through the same struggle. It could be a parent, it could be a young person who's trying to work things out. Brooke, it's been an absolute honor, catching up with you on this amazing 1st of January 2015. And I really look forward to catching up with you later in the year to see how things are going, because you do want to start a coaching business as well, correct?
Yes.
As a life coach.
Yeah. Yeah, helping people, those people who haven't come out, and giving them the tools, resources, and the confidence and that affirmation to be able to say it. And then also helping the people who receive that message, either be parents, siblings, close friends. I still have close friends that will not reach out to me and still turn their back on me, to be able to help those people receive that message and be okay with it.
Yeah. Now, you've got some amazing work ahead of you, Brooke. I wish you all the best of luck going forwards. You have an empowering story, and just don't
Thank you.
stop. Don't
I
stop.
won't.
People need to hear this.
Yeah, I
Thank
won't.
you so much, Brooke.
It's in me now. I'm ready to soar and hit the limit. So
Fantastic. Take care, Brooke, and good luck with the book.
thank you, Gertrude.